Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel. Today we're back in DCS World and we're going into the Mission Maker series, and we're going to create our first mission using the template that we've just generated. So I thought we'd start with something relatively simple, but still quite fun, I think, once you come to actually flying it. So what we'll do is we'll do a C-130 mission, and we'll do a cargo drop a couple of locations, and we can put some stuff in around that to make it a bit more exciting, and then we'll take it from there. We'll see how it develops, and we can always add and that sort of stuff as we go along. So what I was thinking is we'll try and keep it true to life, and you know how we've set up the map. So obviously we've got our Turkish controlled area, which is a no entry, as they're not involved in the conflict. We've got our Russian controlled area here, and then obviously this bit here, like we've gone through before, is the Syrian bit, which is where we're going to try to avoid, you know, as we probably wouldn't be permitted to fly in that area in real life as well. So what I was thinking of is we'll have a cargo drop mission up to here to Siman, where we'll put some AH-64s in there. We can maybe resupply them with some cargo for ammunition, and then maybe we'll do a power drop, dropping some troops off here at this forward operating base, and then as we go along we can put in some various threats and stuff like that as we go along, to make it a little bit more exciting. And the way we're going to have to drop the cargo, I'm thinking probably have to do it sort of like a low altitude sort of skid drop, maybe, just so we can be a bit more accurate. So maybe we'll have it so that we have to fly down and drop the cargo on the runway if we can. And then for the power drop, we'll probably have to do it at a reasonable altitude. I don't know, maybe like, I don't know how high you need to be, but maybe like 6,000 feet. Maybe not too high, because we could have you know, hostile activity around that could actually shoot the individuals. So I'm gonna use RAF Akrotiri for me. So what I'll do is I'm not going to put our aircraft there just yet, because what I will actually do is I'm going to put him. I think I want to do this. So yeah, so cargo is going to. So let's go ahead and let's start up here. Let's just make this place look a little bit more true to life, I suppose. So let's select our helicopter and A64D. So what I'll do is let's have him on the ramp, and let's give him some stuff to make him armed, and let's call him Talisman AH Flight 1. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm thinking of having him late activated, and then once we get within a certain range I'll have him activate so he'll fly. So we might actually see him going out and doing something as we're flying into the area. You know, I don't know, maybe he's going to patrol this border between the blue coalition zone and the red hostile ISIS controlled area. Maybe I'll have him orbit around Raqqa, and if we have any targets pop up, then go ahead and he can go ahead and kill them. So I'm going to have him late activated purely because we're not going to be there. I don't want him to take up some sort of resource on our machine. If I had him uncontrolled, he'd always be present, and I don't need him to always be present. So I'm going to have him as uncontrolled, late activated, sorry. And let's go ahead and let's have two of them. And what we'll do is we can have him take off, and we'll have him fly over this direction here, so above ground level. And we'll have him maybe at like 1500 feet above ground level, doing 100 and I don't know, like 100 knots. Nothing crazy. Come around like that. It's probably one of those where I have to have him be careful around Raqqa in general, because we can always put in some like manpads and stuff like that to make it a bit more interesting for them. And then we'll just have him come back and land. So what I want to do is I need to create a trigger zone so that once we enter it, that aircraft's going to activate. So let's come down to create trigger zone, plonk that on, and then let's call it tile Siman activate. And then how big do we want it? So what's our range actually from there to the border? So that's 6. So maybe we want it at 10 miles away. Is how big we want our thing to be. Control trigger zone. 6. Yeah, that'll do, I think. Yeah. So then what I'll do is once we fly into that area, they will activate. So let's make this a different colour so just so I can see it a bit better. There we go. So once you come in from any direction, they're going to activate. So now I do need to create my asset, but what I'll do is I'm going to put him in, but I'm going to put him in, say, here. And for the time being, I'm going to keep him as an AI, because normally what I try to do is, as I build missions, is I run them through to make sure that things are going to work. So I don't want to have to do all the flying all the time. You know, certainly if I'm trying to just speed things up to make sure things are working, I just want to see if it's actually going to work. So let's call this RAF cargo drop, because that's going to be us. A call sign, not ascot. That's normally what it's. RAF, I could use Flounder, ascot, or Rafair, or something like that. So I know we need to come over to our triggers. And you can see we've got all our triggers and everything from the previous tutorials that we've been going through, or Mission Maker series that we've been building up to. So let's just have a look what flags we're up to. Flag 4, so that's fine. So this can only be just a once action. So let's have this as a tal Siman flight 1 activate. It's only going to happen once, which is fine. And then we want user, I think it is. Nope. Which one is it? The unit inside zone. So I want cargo. No, RF cargo. Oh, God, it's going to take some while to find it. RF cargo drop inside. So activate, and then I want this to group activate. Flight. So let's just bang him in here and make sure that they activate. In fact, let's just go ahead and save it. Save as character mission. So yeah, that's fine. Now, what I was thinking I might try and make it do is possibly change the time for it, so that we have to do this during like either dusk or dawn, or maybe at night. Maybe not at night, because I might want to actually see something. Sorry, that is very loud. So you can see that he's flying towards the blue zone, and now they've spawned in. Perfect. That's just what I wanted. Let's just watch them, make sure they go, and fly their route. Actually, what first I'm going to do audio, let's just turn down the volume of this because I don't need them that loud. Second, what I might actually do is give it, let's put our C-130 here, let's put him over the ground, so say 1,000 feet, doing 350 knots is probably a bit excessive, so 280 knots. And then have him there and fly down there, just because I want to see if once I enter that radius, I want to make sure that I'm not going to collide with those AH-64s. You know, as I'm coming down the runway, I don't want them to enter the runway, you know, and get hit. So let's just check to make sure, see what they're going to do. If that makes sense. Oh, I've got to skip past it. Hate it when that happens. Let's just speed things up. I think we'll be okay, because they seem to like they're going to take a bit of time to spool up. Now, excuse the stutters, it's just because of how fast I'm trying to simulate it. That's fine. So yeah, I think we'll be okay here. Yeah, we should be good. So the AH-64s look like they're ready to go, which is cool. Nice. Yeah, we will be fine there. I have faith. It's cool, so I know they activate once I'm in the area. Great, perfect. So let's just go ahead and make this place look a little bit more populated. So let's put in some more helicopters. Something like that. Doesn't have to be perfect, but what I will also do is put in some blast walls around them. So I want structures. Let's see if I can find it in here. I did these concrete ones, you reckon, or should I go with the other stuff? Concrete wall, 30 meters. That's 10 meters. I think 30 meters is probably too big. If I go with 10, it'll be alright, I think. It's just something in the middle to sort of block. Just to add a little bit, I suppose. Now it's going to cover that spot a little bit, and they do seem close together, so I might just have to Don't know if I like that. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Again, does it need to be... Do we necessarily need to populate this too much? I don't think so, purely because given the time that I'm probably going to do the mission during a dawn dusk time, we're not going to see a massive amount of stuff anyway. So I know that's the wrong way there, so maybe... Let's say, once we insert the zone as well, effects, big smoke. How do I want to do it? Smoke effect. Yeah, we'll be fine. So we're gonna come to, yeah, okay. I'm happy with that. So now for this bit, what I'm gonna do is, I think, where's my templates? If I go down to, I've got those red forces. No, I think I've got them under insurgents. Yeah, there we go. So now if I'll make some different ones. So ground units. Let's just come here for a second. Insurgents. Infantry. And this is where I want to select infantry RPG. Maybe one of them. Maybe one with a gun, like that. And then maybe, if I think they'll actually come under here. Manpads, there we go. Not necessarily bothered if they're going to have stingers or not, 'cause I don't know. I don't know if say real life ISIS have stingers. I just don't know. But let's call this group what should we call them? Let's just call them manpad. Manpads group. And then edit, add template, manpads group, save that template. Oh, template name. Manpads group. Save template. Perfect. So now let's go ahead and move these guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide these once I've got them all set up, and then we'll pick at random. So let's have manpads group 1A. So what I'll do is we can put them about the place. So let's have one. Let's have one up here. One here. One. What's it done that for? One here. Maybe one there. But let's make this group 2A. One there. 2B. Or not to be. One there. And 2C. I'll make that 1C. That should have been 1C, shouldn't it? So what I'll do is I'll make it so that when we run the mission, either group 1 will activate or group 2 will activate. So whenever we fly the mission, we never quite know which ones are going to be there, which kind of means you have to sort of be on your toes a little bit. And then let's shove in one there. I'm going to call that 3A, but then what I'll also do is put in blue forces here under the same sort of group, so it'll be 3B will be some sort of blue. So let's just, for argument's sake, let's just put in soldier. Just genuinely not bothered what soldier is. And then same again. Infantry. M4. And then this is group 3C. Then this one's probably going to be on our approach in. So I want there'll then be a 1 in 3 chance that he'll activate. So, good question, huh? Saying that no, done that wrong. That played out differently in my mind. Don't need to have them there. I can still have that dude in there. So this will be 3B. That'll be 3C. There we go, that'll be okay. Yeah. So now we just have to pick. So these will be under flag 5, so you can clone that one. Make that flag 5. If flag. So again, just trying to think. Nope, that'll be fine. Delete that. Let's just call this Siman. Hostile action. Flag 5 is false. And so it's probably going to take us about an hour to get up there, I would assume. So time is more than, say, let me just think. No. Sorry, just group activate. One A. Clone 1B. Why didn't it clone it the first time? Did I not click on it properly? 1C. So what I'm going to do actually is going to create another trigger zone. Let me just think about this. No, I'm not going to do that. Kind of time based. So time is more than so 3,600 seconds is an hour. Have I got that right? I think. So let's have this as. So let's say 1,800 seconds. That means it'll definitely be fine. In fact, for just the purpose of this, let's just have it as 1, just so we can test it to make sure that it is working. Then we'll have a random value of 5%. and then this will mean that flag 5 is on. Flag on 5. Just do that at the top, just because I like it at the top. And then just whilst we're going to do the testing, I'm just going to have a message to everyone. In fact, no, don't necessarily need to do that. Never mind, because I'll just have it because I've not hidden them yet. So then let's clone that as well. Change these to 2A, 2B, 2C. Clone 3A, 3B, 3C, and then we'll see which group pops up. Yep. Now I have no idea how these numpads are going to react to having that aircraft C-130 in there, but it'll be interesting to see. Skipped past it again. I forgot to late activate them, didn't I? Did I have them down on here as group activate? Yes. That was silly. Of course they will always all be there if that's what you do. Now, of course, we can make this as challenging as you wanted to by putting in some more stuff. But you know, I'll be honest, I'm not like a super expert at flying, so or operating in tactical areas. So we'll see. Well, I don't want to make it like that difficult that it's just not fun. So what group we got there? So group 2 kicked in that time. Let's try again. See what group we get. Any second now. Oh, different group. Group 1. He's going to come in within that zone, so I wonder if he's... see what's going to happen. See if he gets fired at. Oh, yep, he is. Boom. So that's one of the things we're going to have to be careful of. But yeah, so that the randomness of that works, which is great. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and hide them. Excuse me, sorry. Cool, so that's our cargo drop into there sorted. Now because just trying to think. I don't know, maybe I can do one cargo, one no. Yes, that'll be our cargo drop into there, which is fine. So maybe what I'll do is I'll create another little trigger zone. Let's just have it as a 100. And let's change it to a quad point and edit it. And what I'll have is I'll have a little message that pops up that will say that if we enter this zone, because what I want is to drop the cargo down the runway. So let's just call this success drop. Okay, let's just have a green. There's one up. Okay. If So Siman success drop. If unit is inside, oh, I've got to find my bloody unit, haven't I? It's right down at the bottom. Right down at the bottom. If RF cargo drop is inside, tell Siman, inside successful drop. Then I want to message to group. I could have a unit actually, but it makes no difference. Saying successful drop. Thanks for the resupply. That's clear view. So then we know once we're in there and we've dropped the cargo that we should get a message saying, well done. But then what I also want is cargo because we're going to drop the cargo. Now the thing with the C-130 is whatever you drop, it doesn't stay, it sort of just disappears. I believe if you've got the combined arms pack, it will stay and become an actual unit. But I don't have that, so for me everything just disappears. So I have to do some extra layers almost to sort of make it not disappear. So yeah, once we're in that zone, let's say cargo one there. Let's just call it Siman cargo one. It's going to appear there. I'm not going to put it on the runway because those helicopters might want it on the runway. I might want to use the runway, so. But what I will do is I will actually make that smaller. And then can I don't think I can late activate them, which is fine, because I mean I won't see them anyway, but yeah. Yeah, they're going to appear in tiles. Cool. So that's my run into tell Siman to resupply them with some cargo. Cool. Right. That's the first part of this mission done, I think. I will add some more clutter as we go through to make it a little bit more exciting. So thanks for tuning in to episode 1. I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.